Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro from Samsung. The Galaxy Buds 2 Pro were initially released in August 26 of 2022 with a launch price of $229.99 USD. Now we all thought they were originally going to be called Buds Pro 2, but because they released the Buds 2, they decided to make a Pro version of that. Starting off with the unboxing, we're greeted with the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. Let's leave them off to the side. And then below that would be the 1 meter long USB-C cable. And with it, we have our replacement ear tips. Currently on the Galaxy Buds, they have the medium ear tips. And then inside this little box here, we have the small and large. Unlike the Galaxy Buds and the Galaxy Buds Plus, these do not have the ear wing tips, meaning that they can fall out of your ear a lot easier. I would look onto any sites like Amazon or eBay to see if you can get the different ear tips. These would greatly compress your ear a lot better. Now you can put the ear wing tips from the older buds on these. You just have to take them off every time you want to charge your buds. Now with the Galaxy Buds case, they have a 500 milliamp hour battery to charge the buds, have a USB-C port on the back, and a wireless charger on the bottom. Both are unidirectional, only allowing the case to be charged, and are only supported up to 2.5 watts. Before we get into our testing, let's look into the buds and see what Samsung says they have. They feature enhanced 360 audio, 24-bit hi-fi, intelligent ANC, and up to 29 hours with the case and ANC off. We'll be doing these tests later on to see if this is true, but let's continue on. For speakers, they have a dynamic two-way and woofer and tweeter speakers, have ambient sound and voice detect. The Galaxy Buds have an IPX7 water resistance rating. Samsung says it's suitable, rated IPX7 for submersion in up to 3 feet of fresh water for around 30 minutes based on international standard ISO 6529. So I would not recommend swimming or showering with them. Continuing on to the dimensions of this. The case dimensions are 50.2 by 50.2 by 27.7 millimeters. The dimensions of the earbuds are 21.6, 19.9, and 18.7 millimeters. For the weight, the buds with the case weigh around 53.7 grams. Each bud weighs around 5.6 grams. And the weight of the case without the buds is around 42.6 grams. There are a few ways to connect your earbuds to your phone. The conventional way is pressing both earbuds while they're in their case until the case light starts flashing. The case does have to have a charge in it for the buds to be put into pairing mode. Going to your Bluetooth and connecting them this way. Another way is by opening the buds and leaving them near your phone. Newer Samsung devices running a newer version of One UI builds will pair your phone similar to how AirPods do. A notification will appear on your screen, click pair, and this will connect them to the Galaxy Wear app. And the final way is to just go to the Galaxy Wearable app itself, hit add new device, and hit any devices that show up when scanning. Now that the buds are connected, let's see what kind of features we have. Heading over to the Wearable app. At the top, we have our percentage of the buds, and normally we will find the Galaxy Buds case as well up there if it has charge. Currently, my case is dead. At the top, we have the percentage for the Galaxy Buds left and right. Unless one is different than the other, both earbuds will show the same percentage. We will also see the Galaxy Buds case percentage if there's one earbud in the case, or if your case is dead, there's no battery there. Below that, we have our noise controls. On the left side, we have active noise canceling. On the right is ambient sound, and the middle is just turning it off. Below that, we have voice detect. While playing media through the earbuds, this will automatically lower the audio to around 30%. For me, this is still not enough. I find myself either pausing my media or just taking off the earbuds to talk. Don't get me wrong, it's a good feature. I only wish they would have added a customization to it. 360 audio is an interesting feature. Turns media playback into a virtual surround sound and has the option for head tracking. For touch controls, this is just as simple as just enable and disabling the touch controls. If we go into earbud settings, At the top, we have our equalizer. It's just a few presets such as bass boost, soft, dynamic, clear, and treble bass. Below this, we have our earbud fit test. This is good, but because the buds are made out of rubber, it depends, and sometimes it's not accurate. I find myself with no matter what standard ear tips I put in my ears, the buds fall out after a certain amount of time. So this isn't really highly accurate. Below this, we have read notifications out loud. You can select which applications you want the Galaxy Buds to read out loud. Then we have Bixby Voice Wake Up. If you turn this on, just make sure you have Bixby enabled. And then you can speak seamlessly after Voice Wake Up. You can say the command instead of waiting for a feedback. Using ambient sound during calls. This just allows you to hear your own voice while you're using the calls. Then we have in-ear detection for calls. This just plays the calls through your earbuds when you're not in your ear, and then it'll switch over to your phone when the earbuds are not in your ear. Then we have seamless earbud connection. Just allows quick disconnecting and reconnecting with any device that has your Samsung account logged into, or you have previously paired your buds to the device. Neck stretch reminders. This is just a basic reminder to stretch your neck every so often if you're using your phone for long periods of time. For labs, we have double tap earbud edge. This will be right over the microphone port on the outside of the buds. Double tapping that will increase or decrease volume. Gaming mode. Turning this on will decrease latency from what you see on your screen. Sharpen call sound. This just boosts vocal clarity. And then under hearing enhancements pretty much just has extra high ambient volume just to make it better for those with mild to moderate hearing loss. If we want to reset the buds, you can do that right below labs. And then accessibility just pretty much mirrors what your phone accessibility will for left and right sound balance, noise canceling with one bud, and amplify ambient sound. Below that, we have our earbud software update. And then we have diagnostics, which opens up the Galaxy Members app. If you don't have this installed on your phone, you're going to have to go ahead and install it, and that will take you to a diagnostics portal. Then below that, we have about earbuds, which just shows us everything like battery information, the software info, our serial numbers. And if we go back to the main page, we have Find My Earbuds. This will bring up the SmartThings app and show you the last known location of your Galaxy Buds. Now, if they are connected to your phone, you can go ahead and hit ring and they will play a loud sound to find your buds. If you hit more and find navigate, this will kick out to a maps location if you're not right next to your buds. You can get notifications of when you left them behind and share device location. Now this battery will go away if you disconnect the Galaxy Buds from your phone. Now because they're connected to our phone, we get a ring. If we go ahead and we disconnect the earbuds from our phone, we can hit search nearby. This will enable ultra wideband on your phone if you have it. Hit turn on. And similar to how iPhone has their Find My iPhone or Find My Devices, although the Galaxy Buds do need to pair with your device in order for it to actually find it. And that's about it for the app itself. Now the following has less to do with the actual Galaxy Buds themselves and more of Samsung's features. Now if you press and hold your main screen, hit widgets, scroll all the way down so you see Galaxy Buds Manager, whether you hit the 2 Pro or whatever. Right, press and hold, and then you can select what kind of widget settings you want. Hit save. Here's our widget. We can make it smaller. Get this nice animated pop-up. We can see here we have the battery percentage of the buds. Case is currently dead, so there's no battery percentage, and we can quickly enable or disable noise controls, touch controls, and 360 audio. Now if you want to make this widget smaller, we still get that same amount of information, just without that text. You can also check if we go into settings. Here we have our ability to do some basic settings like touch controls, active noise canceling, auto switch to other devices, see the left and right battery, as well as open the Galaxy Wearable app. You can also rename your buds here as well. Let's get into our device testing. On the case, there are 2 locations with a light. Right here below the buds, on the inside, and on the front. Even if the case is at 1%, they will still show green, yellow, or red for the earbuds percentage, and on the front, it will do the same thing. Green means the buds or case have at least 60% battery, yellow means 30 to 60%, and red means less than 30. And in my testing, flashing means less than 10%. Now let's get on with our charge test. The buds have a USB-C on the back like we said before, as well as a wireless charger on the bottom. Both of them are unidirectional, only allowing the buds to be charged and not using them as a battery for any other device. Starting out with our charge test, starting out with its USB-C port and a 30-watt USB charger. case maxes out at 2.5 watts, sitting right around 1.6% per minute of charge, taking right around 60 minutes of charge the case from 0 to 100%, and that's just the case alone. Using a 30 watt wireless charger, it takes almost the same amount of time, sitting around 1.4% charge per minute, taking slightly longer at 70 minutes to fully charge them. Now it takes slightly longer whether one or both earbuds are in the case. Charging both dead earbuds and a dead case takes around 62 minutes on wired charge and 72 minutes on wireless charger. Your mileage may vary, could be faster, could be slower. Now I've noticed that the case prioritizes charging the buds first and then charging the case. And for our final charge test, it's also a battery test. We wanted to see how many times the case can power up the buds on a single charge. This was an interesting test to figure out. It seems the case can fully charge up the buds on a single charge cycle around 45 minutes from 0 to 100%. It seems it only uses around 30% of the battery case when doing so the case can charge the buds around 3 cycles. Speaking of charge cycles, now we have our battery tests. I've noticed that the right earbud will sacrifice some percentage, keeping the case in a state for them to tell the buds when to turn off. You will notice that the left bud is actually 20% higher here than the right bud, and the case is actually dead or at 1%. Just like any other battery test, your mileage may vary. The Galaxy Buds on a single charge can last on an average of 1% every 5 minutes, or around 8 hours of straight media playback on normal mode, while ANC and active sound mode uses around 1% every 3 minutes, or 5 hours of straight media playback. There were 2 more tests I wanted to do but ran out of time. The first was a standby mode test to see how long the Galaxy Buds will last sitting in one's bag, but I did not have enough time to get conclusive testing. Possibly in a future short, I will gather that data if enough people ask in the comments. And the second was the IPX7 water resistance, but since this was my only pair of earbuds, I decided to skip on that. Moving on to the pros and cons of the device, or what I like to call what isn't broken and what I would fix. Some pros are the Galaxy Buds are smaller than the Galaxy Buds 2 counterpart. Battery life lasts quite some time with ANC off. Audio sounds good, and it's a good case size. For cons, the buds fall out of the ear relatively easily no matter what size ear tips I use. This could be a user issue, but I found that unlike the Galaxy Buds Plus, they don't have the wing tips that a lot of people like to help it stay in your ear. There's no way to find the buds while they're closed in the case. The case will always stay at 1%, and there's no way to put the buds into pairing mode when they are. There's no way to check individual bud percentages on the Wear app. You have to go into settings itself if it shows. Then some small fixes I'd like to see. The ability to set what percentage the buds themselves charge to extend health of the battery. So instead of having the buds charge them to 100% every time, I would like the feature to just have them charged to 85%, and this will extend the battery health of the Galaxy Buds, as well as have them just sit in my bag and not blow through 100% of that battery. Can't find the earbuds easily with them not being outside the case, and they just fall out too easily. And that leaves us with our final thoughts. All in all, they're good earbuds. They last quite some time. I have no other earbuds to compare them to at the time, so I cannot say whether or not you should get them. These are about a 1.5-year-old earbuds at this point. Samsung should be coming out with another pair soon, but I feel like there are better alternatives for a better price. Currently, you can get them for sale on Samsung's website for $229, which is their full price, as well as some other sites like Target or Best Buy has them on sale for $159 all the way down to $129, which is not bad. But my only wish would be that these things had the wingtip ears on them. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you like this content. Comment down below what we should review next, and I'll see you all in the next one.